Spend your time on this person and this person doesn't give a fucking shit about you. It doesn't seem like a big deal. Why don't you make your life not shitty? This person keeps feeling the same way and you don't. Will you be happy? This is a real question. I've been preparing for this video for way too long. And now I'm tired. And now I don't even want to film this, but here I am, I guess. Haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? How are you doing, you know? I feel like we last saw each other in like January, right? I'm trying my best to keep up with my schedule, you know? Like making a video once a month. Every single month, every single video. I was like, okay, I have this, you know, last weekend of the month. And I need to make something good of it. And I also feel like you can't really see me properly, no? Let me put you a little bit here. Wouldn't that be better? Oh, maybe. I think that's good. So, before we dive into the topic of today's video, I just wanted to update you a little bit. So recently I got the food poisoning, and as you know, like probably you have gotten one too once at some point in your life, you get this really nasty feeling, like when you feel like you can't do anything, like you have no strength left, like no power left, you like lay on your bed and you can't even move properly. The problem is that it continues for a very prolonged period of time because your body is basically poisoned by whatever you've eaten. So I felt this bad, and then the next day, like, I started feeling better. I've been drinking some medicine really slowly, like, you know, piece by piece. I've been trying those foods that are safe for you to eat when you have been food poisoned. I discovered how much food actually affects us. I know that information because I've been dieting and I've been, counting calories and knowing what food is good for you, what food is not. You know, when you choose so cautiously and so carefully what to eat, like what's your next meal is going to be. And your reason for that is not even to be skinny or fit or good looking or anything like that. Your reason for that is actually to fucking survive through this process, because you really need food, and you really need food that will be fulfilling for you, but at the same time really safe for you to eat. We don't treat our bodies properly, I feel like many of us don't. We give our bodies so much shit that it needs to deal with, you know, like McDonald's, fast food, everything like that, like on daily basis. And we don't even give it organic stuff for it to consume, for it to, take energy, take something valuable off. And we get so mad at it for not being able to, function properly. So we ourselves have put it in this condition, and this is so mind-blowing to me. I feel like we need to love our bodies more, like not the shape of it in this kind of sense, or in this sense of course of too, yes, but the inside part of it, because our body is, it's trying to protect us so much from the viruses, from the sicknesses, from anything like that. It's trying to function on daily basis. It's trying to think about things. It's trying to, be physically active. And we don't give anything for it in return. And I feel like our bodies are so incredible in that sense. Like, they can function even if they don't get it. But it's so bad for them eventually, and at some point they just break. And we may get so mad at them because it's like, it's not the right time, it's not the right moment, what the fuck, again, no, not again. But we don't even think that we ourselves put it in this sense. I'm saying we, but exactly I mean me, and maybe some other people do too. That's just a brief moment for you to encourage you to, rethink your diet. Maybe another time that you want to make, you want to eat some, a bun or a cookie or something like that, just maybe you could eat something more valuable for your body so it could function better. If you're dieting and if you're cool, then I feel like you're fine with that, so keep on going. So, diving in the topic of relationships. As you can see, I'm fully ready to talk about relationships today because I'm in all my ratchet outfit. Black lipstick, like this wingy earrings. They're so heavy, but I love them so much I bought them just today. It's a touchy topic, you know what? And I wouldn't call myself a professional at that per se. I can speak from my own experience and I can speak of my own thoughts, right? Because you know, when you first get into a relationship, nobody really gives you a relationship book on how to deal, on how to cope with certain things. All you really know is that you love somebody, you are in love with somebody, and you feel good when they're around, and like you want to make them feel good. And when they want to make you feel good, like in response, it's love. So it's a relationship and you both feel good and everything's great. There are some, downfalls to that. There are some arguments, there are some fights. I feel like I faced a bunch of, bad shit in my previous relationships that I've been in. I feel like a lot of mistakes have been made, and from my side included. I feel like there isn't a perfect relationship in any kind of sense. I feel like every relationship has its own downfalls, and I also think that you should think of it more as a learning experience, and you learn from your own mistakes. And you can't make a flawless relationship. You can't make it perfectly well. You can't make it, you can't succeed at a relationship. It's not a fucking career, it's just life. You might try as hard as you can, but eventually this person will leave you or will do something horrible or terrible to you. You don't even have the power to control some things. And that's what I'm trying to point at. But I think at some point you face with something that you don't know how to deal with. And the way you deal with it will affect your future life, and you will, bear the consequences of this choice. I thought that I could never ever in my life, I could never ever understand in my life what this thing is. It's a lie, it doesn't make sense, it just doesn't exist until I faced it myself. So usually the story is told from the side of the person, from the perspective of the person that is left, that is left alone, and this person is suffering, and he's like, or she's like, I don't know what happened, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what to do. And this is obviously very stressful, because your mind doesn't even understand what's going on. Everything was great as you thought, but then suddenly this person isn't there anymore, and you need to, cope with this thought, and you don't even understand what led to that. Today we're going to talk about that from the perspective of another person, which unfortunately happened to be me at some point of my life. Thankfully, it's not something that's happening to me right now, because I'm now in a happy relationship with my, significant other, and we have been together for 5 months now. And I think that we're doing pretty great. I love him, and this is all that matters to me for now. So basically, when you hear the story from the point of view of the person that was left, they don't understand because it's so sudden, it's so unexpected. From the point of view of the other person that left them, it's kind of different. For them, it's not unexpected. For them, it has been going on for some time. Hopefully by describing all that, you would understand your, partner or ex-partner better in that sense. And we just focus on our own feelings, but we don't think what they felt in this exact moment. So imagine that you love a person, right? You love a person. He's or she's perfect. They're perfect. they do everything for you, you do everything for them. Your relationship is so perfect, it's so good, it's so great. Then the moment comes, you just start to feel like this doesn't, bring you much joy anymore, You just, it's fun, it's still fun, it's joyful, but it isn't like it was, like it isn't like as it used to. But everything is the same, literally everything is the same. The fucking place is the same, the fucking music, the fucking person, the fucking talks, everything is the same, but it's different. Like in your heart, in your soul is different. And whenever you feel this way, you think like, okay, you don't pay much attention to that. It doesn't seem like a big deal until it gets to a certain point where you just feel angry at this person, You just feel annoyed at some point. Like this person keeps loving you. This person keeps feeling the same way and you don't. And this is what sucks the most, I think, because I have had my own feeling of guilt, because I felt like we've never ever actually been in a fight, in it really really meaningful, significant fight with this person. We've never ever had those problems that usually unhappy couples do. We never did that, but I lost it for him. I just lost it. I just did feel it at some point. I really did. I felt it, and then I just didn't. And I was blaming myself for not feeling the same way that he was feeling. What's going on? It's all the same. What's the reason for that? Until I realized that there is no actual reason, for you to stop feeling a certain way towards a person. It might sound really rude and out of place, but still, I'm here to stand on the same side with this person who made this horrible thing of leaving a person behind like that, although they had a history, they loved each other so much, but they left them. It's just impossibly hard to try to revive it all. It's not hard in the technical sense, it's not hard to try to feel it once again, you just don't want to. That's the horrible part. Because your feelings, it's a very interesting, a very tricky, yet very unexplainable thing. Your feelings come and go. Some feelings can stay. Some feelings can stay for a long time and keep hurting you even after your breakup. But some feelings just when everything is okay, when everything's fine, they just goodbye. And you can't really do much with it. You may keep, your relationship. You may keep it, yes, you may do that, but will you be happy? This is a real question. Just think of that for a moment. Can you really blame this person for not feeling that? It's not something that you can revive. It's not something that you can just take out of your heart and put it back. No, this person is a victim as much as you are, because even if they don't hurt that much, they are hurt by the feeling of fucking guilt that they should be feeling something, but they don't. If you ever are in this situation, you are this bad guy who, breaks up with a person because you lost it. You lost this love for this person. You lost this affection for this person. You're not in love with them anymore. Just hear me out. I think that you did the right thing. Because if you ever feel this way, there's no reason for you to continue this relationship. Because you will hurt even more. You will hurt this person even more. The sooner you do that, the better. That's kind of a weird topic to talk about. That's kind of a weird topic to discuss. And also that's kind of a scratchy video, I feel like. So I'm going to add a little something bonus extra to this video. So this is rather controversial, I feel like. It's just my thoughts at the end of the day, it's just something that is in my mind, so why not to do that. I've recently discovered this type of a person. This type of a person is the one that plays the victim part. But it's more of a psychological thing, I feel like. This person feels entitled to, ask other people to, you know, pity them and to give them their attention. This person, what they give back is nothing. So hear me out on that one. I may not have all the reasons to, you know, accuse a person of being a victim, of playing a victim. It kind of a little bit bothers me, you know? You know, whenever you have many troubles and whenever you have, like, you know, this type of way, I know it's really basic, but like, why don't you try to fix them all? Like, or at least little by little, like little trouble by little, or receive some help, some actual help. Why don't you try it this way, you know? It just, why don't you? The other reason being that person has already tried to reach out to other people and they rejected them. Maybe the person already tried to deal with their problems, but they failed, and they now are saying that they won't be, like, you know, won't be trying anymore, and so on and so forth. So this is kind of not a good reason, you know? You may fail at many things, you know? Little kids, little babies, when they stand up, they fall down. And if every baby would be like, would fall down and never ever, like, you know, stand up again, we would have a bunch of crawling adults that would never, you know, want to stand up because they fall down one time. I just feel like I've met a couple of people with this mindset, and I feel like I lack this understanding. If you could explain it to me, please, I would hear you out. But what does a pity give you? You know, if you want people to pity you, if you want to grab people's attention and attach it to yourself, and if you want to, you know, lower your self-esteem, lower and say that I'm shitty, I'm bad, I'm bad at this, which you're actually good at, I have a shitty life and stuff, why don't you make your life not shitty? Like, don't you have the opportunity for that? Like, I don't mean in like a global sense, but just, you know, step by step. And I don't really believe that every other person that I've met with such problem has such a shitty life, you know? Some troubles, but like not more than any other person would have. I just don't encourage this, you know, pity giving and attention paying to those kind of people that don't really need this attention. They don't really need the pity, and they can't really give you anything back, which is the conversation, which is the communication is about, that you give somebody something and somebody gives you something back. And like, it's going towards the feelings, the things and stuff. But when you give all of your attention, when you pay all of your attention, when you give all of your time and like spend your time on this person, and this person doesn't give a fucking shit about you, this is just inappropriate. And I feel like this behavior started to, you know, get to me a little more than it used to, because before that I used to pity such people, until I realized these people actually are not interested neither in you, neither in helping you back, neither in like helping themselves, really, because they fucking like it. They fucking like to be pitied, they like being shitty, they like being in this position, they like to be victims. My advice to that behavior really would be to go visit a psychologist, any kind of psychologist, and just ask them for advice. And the other piece of advice for people that try to, you know, go in, you know, in the pace with this so-called victims, to stop giving them what they are so craving to have, because this way you're not helping them. This way you're not doing anything in the world to just make their life better. If you want to help them, encourage them to go to a specialist. And, you know, this is just my advice to, you know, if you are not happy with that and if you want to fix it somehow. But if you are in this situation, if you are a so-called victim, I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry for whatever I just said, but this is just still my opinion and I still stand by that. But if you are happy where you are, good luck to you. No problem with that. If you have some problem and if you've never thought of it this way, well, maybe it's time for you to start changing something. Maybe it's not such a bad idea, after all. This video seems to be pretty, you know, patchy and all over the place, but, well, I tried. I honestly tried my best. So, next month is going to be my birthday, actually. Wow, I'm going to be 22 in just a month. Okay, but anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it, and thank you for the support of my recent video about the teaching and about stuff and other things that I posted in January. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. And I'm going to keep playing Skyrim for now because I just cannot wait. So, okay, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.